Taiwan's digital minister, Audrey Tang, visited the Stimson Center to discuss her work facilitating open governance and transparency in Taiwan. Much of her work focuses on creating digital tools that make democracy more accessible and new ways to combat disinformation. This has been especially important in Taiwan during the ongoing COVID-19 outbreak. Taiwan's efforts to improve its digital democracy may offer valuable lessons for the US and other countries.
My work, broadly speaking, is about open government, meaning that the government should trust the citizens with open data, not asking citizens to blindly trust the government. Open government basically rests on the idea that, for example, if people worry about how many surgical masks are there in nearby pharmacies, we make sure that it's provided not only as information, but as reusable data, that people who create chatbots, who create VR and AR applications, who create navigation apps and so on, can all integrate that data right where people are. And so this way there will be no panic. The second way to do this is also through humor. In every ministry, we have professional comedians that can make mimetically engineered, very viral clarifications within 2 hours, on average within 1 hour now. And so if people have laughed about the clarification that goes organically viral, there really is nothing to be outraged against, but rather people can have a just subject matter discussion around the actual thing. Basically, we're not saying we're fact checkers, rather we're providing real-time clarifications so fact checkers can do their work.
What are the biggest challenges facing Taiwan's democracy?
So last time we had a mayoral election, which coincides on the same day as the national referendum. And that proved to be quite a disaster in terms of the people lining up to vote, but also because it kind of confuses people matters with issue matters. We decided to make them apart so that it's 1 year of presidential election, which is just passed, and the next year is going to be a national referendum day. So our upcoming challenge is the referendums. There's a lot of issues that's already very structural, and the referenda tend to bring the most divisive of the issues to the national topic. So we look forward to be facilitating a set of more conversations among the different positions so that people can understand once they get into the referendum voting ballot what the outcome will entail in a more rational manner, and also that people will feel that no matter what the result is, they can live with it because they have always already considered the positions from the other side.
So what does your relatively young age bring to government discussions that might be missing were you not there?
In Taiwan, we have the idea of reverse mentorship. So around 12 ministries pertaining to the Social Innovation Action Plan, each minister has 2 reverse mentors, both under 35 years old, and probably a social entrepreneur or innovator that then leads the direction of that ministry.
It's amazing. It's so inclusive of the viewpoints and the perspectives of younger generations. It's wonderful. So recently, in light of the coronavirus outbreak, you actually created an app in a matter of days that helps people in Taiwan find pharmacies that are selling face masks. What has been the response from the public to that, and is there interest from other countries facing similar issues?
Thanks. So recently, in light of the coronavirus outbreak, I have personally created an app, a simple web page that shows all the more than 70 now applications that shows how each pharmacies have the surgical mask left. I think one of the main contribution is that it really makes everybody feel much more secure on the supply and the demand of the mask, so much so that the civil society has contributed real-time dashboards so that you can see for children's masks, for adults' masks, what the supply and demand curves are. That not only improves the efficiency in allocation, but also just calms everybody down because people know that there's more masks coming, that we're not having a shortage, and that people can very freely share these numbers as social objects on social media. And so that quells all the different disinformations and speculations around the mask. Not only the correct real-time information gets transmitted to people using a venue that they're already familiar with, but also the pharmacies can communicate what they want to communicate to the people.
It's a really fascinating view at how Taiwan has such an important role to play in the international community, especially in times of emergencies and disasters.
Yeah, as we say, Taiwan can help.